Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Now to the second hole, Frank, and just a look here. This green is clearly very heavily guarded.
Yeah, you notice that guard shack on the right there. Well, you better keep your head down because we're not sure whether or not that guard shack is actually empty.
Could be a dangerous shot here at the second.
And left, trees, a little bit of sand. There is the bridge as well.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. -1 in the early going.
Whoops. Alert, alert, alert.
Frank, I've heard of a strong wind coming from out of the south-southeast, but this is something I've never seen.
Nearly destroyed this par 3. Oh, this is right at it.
That's well played. And now a good look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. Frank, here at the fourth, there's an awful lot going on.
There certainly is. Solar panels, radar tower is up and ready to go, so it will confirm the landing on the other side if it's successful. This rather long par 3 around the 230-yard mark, so this is going to be all carry. Got to land that ball on the green. It will not run through that beach area. And of course the trees and the palm trees all the way around. If this isn't flighted properly, it will not find the destination.
Seems like too much for just one man. This looks like a job for an entire flight crew, Frank.
Well, Rich, we should dig ourselves a trench and see what happens.
Frank, you and I have called golf from around the world. Places like, well, the hot air balloon in the Grand Canyon comes to mind. This has been a rather unusual spot as well.
It is. I thought we'd be safe up here in the observation tower, Rich, but I don't know, with that boat coming in, or should I say the destroyer, I don't exactly feel safe right now. But we'll batten down the hatches as we watch the tee shot at the 5th.
Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
No, from that distance, it's more than good. It's no snack, though.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Up to the 6th tee, Frank, and we're back against that destroyer. You need to take it over that small island.
Yeah, this is a little village too, and remember the double greens at St. Andrews? Well, this is a split double green. It's shared in amongst the village. The green on the right, very, very small. So this a very lengthy par 3. It's going to be a case of really ready aim driver for some.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing. How did that not go in?
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
And getting ready for the putt. 3 under on the day. Now on to the 7th, and Frank, you don't want to get stuck down in those trenches or down on the beach to the left.
Yeah, this hole not overly long, but yeah, there's a lot going on, and really sand traps, even perhaps a minefield. You'd rather, if you're going to miss, be in the former. Surely not.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
He has this putt for birdie. Continuing to play really well. That's another birdie. Now 4 under for the tournament. Now at the 8th here at Parasol Storm, this is a relatively short hole, but if you notice off to the left, Frank, there is a basketball court, and that allows me the chance to say, from way downtown, yes.
Well, if you miss this green, you might be able to sign up too. There's plenty of barracks. You can just take a left turn, go into there and enlist. But if you want to keep playing, par 3, under 200 yards, and see if you can safely get on deck. Should be safely on deck.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. These putts keep the round together. Wow, rolling the ball beautifully makes birdie again.
Yeah, that pace, that roll, it's always getting to the hole, and it's the perfect, what we call the perfect holding speed. It uses all 4 1/4 inches of the cup.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Solid play, heart of the green. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all.
Second shot.
6 under par now. The 11th hole here at Parasol Storm, now a military playground. Frank, certainly the players are thankful, having traded the guns for golf clubs. Good time out there so far.
A little bit of an obstacle course, though, here at 11. You can see the weather vanes that adorn the right side of this hole. Tee shot has to be played across that seawall. So, once again, all carry. And let's see if he can land softly on the other side.
Boy, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting. Rich, this hole really should be called Shipwreck, that little lone island sitting out there, protected by the boulders in front, and, well, just enough room, really, for this green and the tee for the next hole.
241 yards, Frank. This island green makes 17 at TPC Sawgrass look like putt-putt.
Oh, this is straight at it.
It is a really good line. And they're close, about 8 feet from the cup. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Going right back to the large island here at the 13th, Frank.
Trenches behind will certainly protect anything that goes a little bit long. Left of this green, you better call in the Navy. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Just 5 feet left. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, now at the 14th, and really a simple objective here.
It looks like an old sand dune where they've just put a green on top. Rather benign. It might just sneak up on you, though. It really just looks like green and beaches with a few palm trees behind, but beware.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. What a nice shot. Right on the green, and a pretty easy putt on the way. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does.
Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
Settles in over the putt. 7 under on the day. Now to the 15th, and Frank, where exactly is the green here?
Well, I think you need the Jungle Book to try and decipher this one. A little short par 3 up and over there. There is a green in amongst that jungle, and even the green has its own little mini jungle in it.
This is one of my favorite holes on this golf course.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Miss-hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
He'll need to be strong with this. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. That's a solid par putt. 16th hole here at Paracel Storm, and Frank, as we begin this closing stretch, strikes me, this is tough guy golf out here, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is. You want to earn your stripes by playing this golf course. This is the place to be. In the spirit of conservation, we have some solar panels to boost up the finish, and the hole not overly long. Let's see what the lieutenant can do this time.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. Shouldn't be a problem here. Good putt. Coming to the end of this battle, now at the 17th hole, Frank.
Yeah, the penultimate hole, par 3. We've got to walk across the bridge to get there, and it looks relatively benign at the moment. We've seen a lot of things pop up. The Destroyer is a great reminder of that. The hole is under 200 yards, so within reach. But we've got to once again parachute in all the trouble to the front and the right side of this green. Ball has to be hit nice and high.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Continues to roll the ball very well. Frank, the job is almost complete here at the 18th hole, and a good job at that, as we have seen some spectacular golf here at Paracel Storm in the South China Sea.
Just one more battle ahead, a difficult 18. Should they succeed, then I think they're worthy of a salute.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Pure strike. Good result.
And that is close.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Just misses.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Good round going, -7. Frank, what a day of golf we saw out there around barricades and bomb shelters.